The final beam of the new office building at Ballpark Village is now in place. That building will be called the PwC Pennant Building. The main tenant, PricewaterhouseCoopers, is moving 400 employees in September.
A second tenant, investment banking firm Butcher Joseph, based in Clayton, will also move in later this year. That new office building is under construction at a time when downtown St. Louis is experiencing the highest vacancy rate in our region.
And because it's being built with tax incentives, News 4 investigator Chris Nagus is asking leaders if they're concerned about that vacancy problem. He's live downtown. Chris, what'd you learn?
Well, Steve and Courtney, no question, Ballpark Village is the hot new area in downtown St. Louis. You've got new restaurants, new bars. You can see them right over there. And check this out. That new office tower, it's right over here. But get this, the main anchor tenant moving into that building, they are coming from right over there, right across the street. So I asked what's being done to recruit new business instead of shuffling tenants around town. Fanfare and excitement downtown overshadowed by a reality. This new tower stands near another massive tower with no tenants. Commercial real estate data shows downtown's office vacancy rate stands at 18% compared with just over 5% in Clayton. Are you concerned about the glut or the vacancy rate in downtown St. Louis for office space?
Well, look, I think we do have an issue with that.
Despite that, Cardinals president Bill DeWitt is optimistic about what's happening in the city and believes a third phase of Ballpark Village could rise. If that happens, his first choice would be a tenant from outside the St. Louis region. Is it possible that a phase 3 could happen without tax incentives?
It depends. I mean, it's sort of one of those things that requires a lead tenant to come in and say, I want to be here, I want to plant my flag. The biggest tenant in the new building, PricewaterhouseCoopers, isn't new to the city's tax base. In fact, they can see their new office from their old one. Are we concerned about the glut of office space that creates when somebody moves across the street?
Well, we're always concerned about that, but the market determines those kinds of things.
Is this a situation where if it was not for this building, would you guys have left downtown St. Louis?
We looked at a lot of alternatives in the community of St. Louis, and we really were focused on Clayton for the number of options that were there. We ultimately decided when we saw Ballpark Village that we wanted to recommit ourselves to downtown St. Louis.
But will others commit? It's clear new business will be needed to fill old buildings and new ones. I asked the Card's president about companies like Square and Twitter. Founder Jack Dorsey has alluded to a possible downtown office in the past. Any outreach with him?
I've met him a couple times. He is a Cardinal fan. Hopefully that'll help. I'd love to see those guys look at a phase 3, build-to-suit kind of situation.
So stay tuned on that one. Now this new office building, it will be completed in September. Right over here, right behind me, you see a new fitness center. That will be done at the end of this year. And then way down there, you see a high-rise residential apartment tower. It will eventually rise 29 stories. It will be done in the summer of 2020. Of course, we will continue to report on any new developments down here at Ballpark Village or in the downtown area. Reporting live downtown, Chris Nagus, News 4.